Hello punters, welcome back to another racing preview. This is the third of the previews that I do for Saturday. We're looking at the meetings at Murray Bridge and also at Doomben tomorrow. Really looking forward to a couple of good bets in there as well as some good value. So we'll get straight into it, have a good look. Look, for me, I'm quite looking into race number 2 at Murray Bridge first of all. So that just a quick look. The conditions are a soft 6. Tomorrow, a bit of showers about similar Victoria, so looking at the soft form there. So yeah, if we move on to race number 2, I really like the chances of number 3, Magna Bella. This horse is Will Clarkin with Jason Stubby Holder in the saddle. It's going to get barrier 1, which I think will suit nicely. Last time out was a really good run in the Tab Lightning Stakes behind Assertive Approach, which of course goes around as a short price favourite at Flemington. Was also finished behind Behemoth in that race. So I thought that was a top run. That was on a soft track. It gets a soft track again. This horse's soft track stats are fantastic. It's had 4 starts on it for 2 wins and a place. And obviously the one time it missed was that 5th in the Lightning Stakes. But it faces much easier company here, and it comes in pretty good at the weights. It only carries the 58 kilos. Second up, has a win and a second from 2 starts. So I'm happy to have it on top at $2.70. So that's race number 2, number 3, Magna Bella at $2.70. Moving into race number 3, I like a horse called number 6, Chapal for Tony McAvoy, Bren Forster in the saddle. These two have been combining brilliantly. This horse comes in third up here. It was pretty good last time out. It was only beaten by 0.3 length by Exalted Craftsman, a 2,000 metre race over the benchmark 70 at Morphettville. I just think it can improve off of that, and it'll go very well close to winning once again. So that's race number 3, number 6, Chapal at $3.20. Moving on into race number 4, and again I'm with Tony McAvoy and Bren Forster. I think obviously the pair have been combining for a lot of winners recently, so I'm not going to stick with them again here. Thought this horse is off the quick backup, of course, from last Saturday at Morphettville. It was beaten by Nudge Bar by 1.3x on that occasion. Just wasn't quite good enough to chase it down, but still thought it was a good run. Look, the one little query I have is it's never had a win on a soft track from 9 goes, this horse, but it gets its chance here. It's coming up against opposition that at its best, it really has the measure of these. So, look, I'm going to take it, $2.60 the win. So it's race number 4, number 4, Desposito. Look at race number 5 now. I've got a 2-way play in this race. I like number 5, Dexalation. So that's number 5 in race number 5, number Dexalation. Kenny Lau gets a 3 kilo claims. This horse comes in really nicely at the weights. It's only going to have to carry the 55 kilos. The form around this horse is just terrific. Last time out, it was beaten 2-point lengths by Hassan Eagle at the Majura Cup. Prior to that, it beat Shot of Iris. That horse since come out last Sunday and won at Sandown in a strong race there. Prior to that, it was beaten 0.5 lengths by Beautiful Fly, who ran terrifically at Moonee Valley on last Saturday. So the form around this horse is fantastic. So I'm really happy to take it at $4.40 and $1.75. So it's race number 5, number 5, Dexalation. And also in that race, I think this horse is a bit of over the odds. It's going to have a 2-way bet strategy here. This horse, number 3, This Kid Rocks, was really good in the Majura Cup. It did actually beat Dexalation home on that occasion. Albeit, look, the front runners did stick on quite well. So, I mean, but I think this horse can run a good race once again. Drops back in class. As I mentioned, it's been racing a listed and open company and had one run in a benchmark 86. Now it finds itself in a benchmark 82. So I think this horse can run quite nicely, especially if it's allowed to dictate on the speed, which, having a look at the speed map, I don't think it will be able to dictate necessarily, but it has that inside barrier and it should find the fence and the rail. So I'm happy to have a go at it with Caleb Crowther in the saddle at $9.50 and $12.70, as well as number 5, Dexalation at $4.40 and $1.75. Moving on into race number 7 now, and I quite like this horse at a bit of odds. Sorry, not a bit of odds. Number 11, The Difference. So it's $1.90. It's Forster and McAvoy again. This horse was absolutely terrific. I know it was $1.10 here at Murray Bridge a few weeks ago, but it was a really dominant win. I really like the way it won, and carries only 54.5 kilos here, so comes in really nicely at the weights, and I think it can show a bit of improvement off that. It's been pretty well backed as well, so happy to have it on top. Race number 7, number 11, the difference at $1.90, which with Brendan Forster and Tony McAvoy having a really strong hold on this card. Looking into race number 8, and would it be a South Australia meeting without the Brendan Forster and Tony McAvoy combination again? They have number 7 Vahash in the last race. This horse was again as well terrific at the Murray Bridge track on debut. Sat in behind the speed and powered over the top of them late. Look, it's quite short here. It's $3.30, but I think that's a pretty good price here. I know it steps up to benchmark 64 grade, but I think it can make the step quite nicely. Draws to get a nice run once again. I mean, it's got barrier 10, but there's a bit of speed inside of it. So I suggest that it will get a good run again. Also, Boris and Austria will go forward from the outside barriers, so be able to blob in behind it, so it'll get a good run into the race. I think $3.30 with a win and $1.60 to play is a pretty good way to play, so happy to have it in. So just recap the numbers at Morphettville, the ones that I like. So we had race number 2, number 3, Magna Bella at $2.70. That's actually, we're going to make that one of the best of the card. Race 3, number 6, Chapal at $3.20. Race 4, number 4, Desposito at $2.60. Race 5, 2-bet strategy. Race number 5, Dexalation at $4.40 and $1.75. And my best each weight play is number 3, This Kid Rocks at $9.50 and $2.70. Race number 7, quite like number 11, The Difference. That's the best bet of the day. And race number 8, number 7, Vahash. Now moving on now into the Doomben meeting and looking at our best bets there. Looking in race number 1, just quickly, it's a good 4 up there, similar to Rose Hills, so we're looking at a nice meeting there. And in the first race, I've gone for number 1, Exoteric at nice odds. I think this horse paying a bit of over the odds, comes back onto the better ground here. It steps back from the Queensland Cup, where it was finished behind Azura on that occasion. It was just a long way back in the field. I think coming back to the 2,200 metres is going to suit this horse perfectly. Ryan Maloney in the saddle, he's been flying recently. I just think $12 and $2.20 the place is a bit over the odds, so I'm happy to have it as an each way play in the first race of the card at Doomben. Moving on now into race number 3. And I quite like a horse in this race by the name of... sorry, hang on. I like the chances of number 10 here, Argent Dior, for Stephen O'Day, paying $6 with Stephanie Thornton up there riding in Queensland in the saddle. I thought this horse's run last time out was really impressive behind Stellar Power at Eagle Farm, over the 1,000 metres. It really charged home from the back. It was a real eye catcher. Gets that extra 50 metres here. Comes in nicely at the weights with Steph Thornton's 2 kilo claim. Comes into 55.5 kilos. I think this horse can run a cracker race at $6 the win and $2.40 the place. So it's race number 3, number 10, Argent Dior. Moving on now into race number 5, and I do like a horse in this race as well. It is number 13, Xanthus for Matthew Dunn. It resumes here. Has come back as a gelding, better than ready horse. Jim Byrne in the saddle. Its recent trial was absolutely terrific. And last prep, it ran in some good races. Looking at 2-year-old races where it was beaten 2.8 lengths by Vincero Veloce, beaten 4.8 lengths by the Odyssey, which is not too bad. Then it failed on a heavy behind the Odyssey, but it comes back onto a good track here, and I like it fresh. I think it's a really good chance. Comes right down the bottom of the weights at 54 kilos. As I said, Jimmy Byrne in the saddle, I really like it. First up here, I think it'll run quite well. So that's race number 4, number 13, Xanthus. That's $4.60 and $1.80 the place. Moving into race number 5. So straight after, once again, I like number 3, Jardin Rouge here. This horse was tried at Rose Hill recently. Wasn't able to go on with the job there. Was pretty well backed as well. But it comes back here to Doomben. I think it can see much improved run. Look, my only worry is the barrier. It's drawn wide, and it's going to have to need a little bit of luck to get across the field, because there is a lot of speed in this race, as you would probably expect for a 1,200 metre race. But I think if we can get across, or at least find a handy enough position, it will run a nice race, and it's paying some decent odds as well. $5 the win and $2.10 the place with Larry Cassidy in the saddle. So it's race number 5, number 3, Jardin Rouge. Moving on now into race number 6, and again I'm going to have a play here as well. Just looking at the speed map here, there's quite a lot of speed in it, and I like the chances of number 5, Unlikely Story. I think this horse gets his chance again. It's paying $5 the win and $2 the place. It was pretty good first up, charged home from the back at Eagle Farm over the 1,000 metres. Second up stats are excellent, 2 wins from 2. Comes back onto a good track, which it did run last time out, but has great on top of the ground stats. And I just think it really draws nicely with all the speed of the race. Should be able to charge over the top. The extra 200 metres is going to suit perfectly. So I have a real, it's my bet of the day at Doomben. Race number 6, number 5, Unlikely Story for Tony Gullen and Ryan Maloney in the saddle. Moving into race number 7 here, and looking at the speed map here, there's a lot of speed this one as well. So there's a lot of races that have quite a lot of speed at Doomben, so I'll be hoping that the pattern plays alright and they can come on from the back. I like a horse at each way odds here. It's number 7, Snapchat Girl. I thought its recent win at Grafton was excellent, beating Bedtime Stories. Then prior to that was beaten 0.2 length by Sonia, and prior to that beat Felina Bell by 0.3 of a length. Those runs, it's been great form. The race could be run to suit. It comes back in class from a fillies and mares race back to a benchmark 70. I just think this horse really lines up nicely. It's had a win at the track before. It likes running on the good ground. I just think this horse really appeals massively here. It has the best each way play at Doomben. It's race number 7, Snapchat Girl. Race number 8, and I do like the chances here of, just before I do say, it's the open 1630 metre race here. I'll do like the chances of number 1, Silvera. Bailey Northoff gets 2 kilo claim off, so it comes in at 57 kilos. This horse was really good winning last time out at Eagle Farm, and I think it can just improve here. Gets barrier 1. I think it'll run a nice race. Not a whole lot of speed in the race, so I'd suggest that it might boot up and get in behind Magnifier, who looks the clear leader of the race, and just be able to sit behind it and get the last shot of them late and beat them coming off the fence. That's race number 8, number 1, Silvera, $2.90 the win. And then into the last race of the card. Now, I do like a horse again in this one, and it's not my best bet of the card last week, which is, of course, Orback. I'm going to go against it this time, because I do like this horse, number 7, Impasse, for Chris Waller and Robbie Frad in the saddle. It resumes here. First up stats are pretty good. So 3 starts fresh for 2 seconds and a third. Recent trial was really good, beating Smud's Satisfaction. First up last prep was a second behind Eminent at Doomben over 13 and 50 metres. Comes at this distance range once again, so I think it can run a good race. So it's race number 9, number 7, Impasse at $6.50 and $2.50 the place. Just recapping, my best bet at Doomben is race, let me just find it, sorry, race number 6, number 5, Unlikely Story at $5 the win and $2.10 the place. My best each way plays, I'm going to give you 2. Race number 7, Snapchat Girl at $16 the win and $5 the place. And I also like race number, well, a bit of a shorter each way play, I guess. I like the chances of race number 3, number 10, Argent Dior at $6 the win and $2.40 the place. So that's my preview of nearly said Morphil again. Murray Bridge and also Doomben tomorrow, the best bets and the best each way plays. If you haven't already, go check out the Missile Stakes and Rosebud preview, as well as the whole card at Rosehill there, and also the Ari Star handicap and the full card at Flemington. Previews are up on the channel, so go check them out if you haven't done so already. Good luck for your following. Hopefully we can build a bank once again towards spring, and happy punting.